Viking MTG. Went to a Standard Showdown tonight, and it didn't fire. I guess there was a Modern PPTQ taking place here in town. I don't play Modern. Building a Humans deck, the 5-color Humans. So I'll get there eventually. I'll try playing Modern. I built that deck on MTGO, which was a lot cheaper than the physical cards. I mean, massively cheaper than buying the physical cards for that deck. But if I'm gonna get into Modern, I'm gonna get in big. Go into it with the best deck, and right now that seems to be the big bad. But it was disappointing. Standard Showdown not firing. Only 3 people showed up. So Jim, even if you had gotten there, it still wouldn't have fired. Need 8. So played a few hands and with my Sarkhan's Unsealing deck, and it's still slaughter fest. Just kind of played some casual hands with a couple guys there, and got 2 of these to open. I couldn't help it. I had to get something to open. So let's see what we get. I am looking for another foil Sarkhan's Unsealing. I've got 3 of 4. Whoops! Sorry, camera cable just went. I've got 3 of 4 in foil, and I want to have 4 of 4. I plan on playing Sarkhan's Unsealing for a while. Even after Cycle, it's still going to be highly proficient. Traxos will still be in. The only card I'm going to lose, I put a Glorybringer in there. I'll lose that. Other than that, the core of the deck's still going to be 100% usable. I'll lose the Sheltered Thickets. Hopefully something will be replaced. So let's see what we got here. There's one of them. I'm just going to crack them both. I'll hide the promo until we take a look and know. All right. Like I said, I'm looking for foil Sarkhan's Unsealing. I'd even take a promo version. I don't care about the stamp. I like foils whether they got a stamp or not. I don't care. But I'd certainly take either. Wouldn't mind another Bolas. I've actually got a play set. But I would like to have a 4th regular non-foil Bolas. So I could have a play set of Bolas and get rid of my foil Bolas. I would rather get rid of my foil Bolas while it's $75 and have 4 regular. That's just I don't like sitting on a $75 foil card in Standard that's not going to be worth $75 in probably a couple months. It's going to drop just like Karn did. Hate to say it, but it's true. Alright. Arcane Encyclopedia. Rupture Spire. Pyromancer's Cage. And a Dismissive Pyromancer. And I'm running with a little less light here. And it actually, it's low light from my eyes, but the camera grabs all the light. And it seems to make the resolution a little better. I mean, it makes the cards easier to read. This camera, when you got a cheap camera like the one I've got, it's what I had when I got into doing this. And initially, I was using my iPhone to film. I was a train wreck because you couldn't actually see what you were doing. We have a Lightning Mare, a Heroic Reinforcements, a Gargoyle Sentinel, and a Liliana's Contract. Nice. So I got a cheaper camera that I set up, and I run it through OBS, which is a open broadcast. It's a recording software, and it's nice. It's a nice software. It really is. You can do a lot of playing around with it, but you're of course restricted by the ability of your camera. And it's not a high-cost camera, so you don't get high-cost capabilities. But I have a camera in mind, and preparing to pick it up. And it should definitely step up my game here. And then I need a new microphone for doing voiceover work, which I'm getting back into, and I need a mic to improve the audio for here. So Aegis of the Heavens, Diregraph Ghoul, Aerial Engineer, and an Amulet of Safekeeping. And it looks like I have a foil land. A foil Cinder Barrens. That's pretty. That's real pretty. Nice. Be nice for a Rakdos deck. And a cat token. Always take those cat tokens. Yeah, now that Rudy cracked that box of Instrad for me. Unfortunately, the box was a little disappointing. But as a pack cracker, anybody who opens a lot of packs knows you got to be willing to take the hits, the bad boxes, and keep moving. Because you're gonna get hit with bad boxes, just like going and playing. If you go and have a bad night, draw bad, and then quit, your future in the game, just like any sport, is not gonna be bright. You have a Blood Divination, a Lightning Strike, a Switcheroo, and then a Johnny's Last Stand. I've had some horrible nights. I played Dev with SBMTG, which I still haven't commented to him on this. He put out a deck once. I can't even remember the deck. It was a Teamer control deck. And it looked like a lot of fun. And I took his deck idea and I built on it. Basically the same deck, just added a few and subtracted a few cards and went and played it. And it was the worst performing deck I've ever played in my life. I went 3-0. I don't care. I even drew perfectly, and it just absolutely was the worst night of Magic I've ever played. It was miserable, but I finished it, went home mad, logged on to my MTGO, and played my Rakdos deck for an hour and felt better. And then the next night I went in playing my Rakdos aggro and stomped heads. We have a Nightmare's Thirst, a Murder, a Gargoyle Sentinel, and a Cleansing Nova. In life, I have learned in my 42 years, you have to take your losses or failures in life and turn them into fuel for life. You can't let your losses beat you, because you're gonna lose. It's part of life. I don't care who you are. Nobody stays undefeated their whole life. Everybody loses some. And if you're not able to take a loss, like a man, or like a woman, or like whatever you are, and move on, you're not going to have a very good time in life. We have a Druid of Horns, Psychic Corrosion, a Poison Tip Archer, and a Thorn Lieutenant. I have a friend, knew him from the military. He was a good guy. He really is a good guy. He doesn't live anywhere near me anymore, but he got out of the military about the same time I did. And he made a very foolish mistake and ended up going to prison. He went to prison for 7 years. I never even knew the guy was in prison. Never knew anything bad happened to him. But he contacted me a couple years after he got out. And he's a contractor now, owns his own business. I looked up his company. Everything's legitimate. The guy's doing great for himself, but he spent 7 years in prison, had to deal with all that chaos, and I don't even know all the details of his charges or anything, but he put his life back together, and it's that same thing. He had some failures, he bared down, got through it, and made something out of his life. In life, you're gonna fail, you're gonna make mistakes, you gotta trudge through it. We have a Novice Knight, a Rise from the Grave, a Surge Mare, and then a Johnny's Last Stand, because we needed another Johnny's Last Stand. So that first pre-release pack was pretty terrible. That's not even very playable. Not very playable, and I would not want to get that in a pre-release. Other than a Johnny's Last Stand and Cleansing Nova, everything else is a different color. I guess you could try Liliana's Contract, but good luck having enough demons. Cleansing Nova's cool, but I don't know. I guess that's a good removal to have. That's good to have in a draft, I guess. Thorn Lieutenant wouldn't be bad either. Thorn Lieutenant's good, but what do we have in here with the exception of...
This one's going straight in the garbage.
You see, we got Highland Game. I guess that could go. Naturalize. Daggerback Basilisk. He's pretty good, actually. Yeah, I guess this would turn out okay. You could go, you could definitely go white-green here. We'll look at it after. We'll keep these two separate. We'll look at it after. See what we can put together. Separate these. See what we can play after. Let's open the second one. Alright, no foil here. So we haven't hit a single regular foil yet. We have an Arcane Encyclopedia, a Rupture Spire, a Declared Dominance.
This one's going straight in the garbage.
Yeah, these aren't very good pre-release packs as far as, I guess you could do alright with the first one. But the rares definitely aren't, you know, putting the feel in my britches, that's for sure. Then again, I find the rares in this set as a whole in M19 to be pretty lackluster. There's a lot of great mythics, and most of the planeswalkers, all the planeswalkers are very useful. But the rares just kind of stink. There's better uncommons and rares, like Lightning Mare, Brawlbash Ogre, Pyromancer's Cage, and a Demanding Dragon, and we have a foil Strangling Spores. Demanding Dragon's great. Alright. Yeah, I've had, I remember Exelon's pre-release. I did pretty well in it. I don't remember if I won. I at least went 2-1. But I remember having no rares in the deck. All the rares that I pulled, none of them fit with the deck. None of them would fit with the commons and uncommons I had. So the deck that I built was all uncommons and commons. And I remember I was surprised at how well it performed. I went pretty derpy and had ramp in there. I got some good ramp. And I said, you know, I got ramp here and I've got creatures and I might as well make it work. And a Stitcher's Supplier is a good uncommon. A Plague Mare. Horizon Scholar. And we have a Legendary Dragon who could be now Arcades. We hit Arcades. This is not the one you would want in a limited format. We'll see how much we have in the way of lands. And that might help us. I was thinking of going green-white, so maybe we go green-white and splash some blue. If we have a couple walls in this. See what we have. And Plains and a Zombie. That spices things up a little bit. Just a little. Makes our decision a little more complicated. Was hoping for a Bolas there. Nope. I'm not pulling as many Bolosses as I did Karns from Dominaria. Karns were they just kept popping for me. It was unreal. A Blood Divination, a Psychic Corrosion, a Diregraph Ghoul, and a Thorn Lieutenant. So we got 2 Thorn Lieutenants. I think we're going to do two separate deck techs. Loose deck techs. I mean, we're not actually going to build a whole deck. We're just kind of going to decide what colors and talk about a few cards together. Talk about how this set drafts. We still got to look at these too. I don't know what they are. Don't really have a feeling on them yet. No foil. So we got 1 foil out of these 2 pre-release packs. That's pretty low. We got Nether Tunnel, Vine Mare, great card. Regal Bloodlord, And a demon and catastrophes. That's a catastrophe, man. Terrible. That and a mountain. I love that mountain art. That's an awesome art. I really want that in foil. I've not pulled it yet. If anybody at Isle of Games has a mountain like this in foil, I want to trade you for it. Or I'd even buy it from you if you absolutely need to. Okay, so first promo. Sarkhan's Unsealing. Wow! Look at that. Exactly what I was looking for. How freaking rare is that? How often have you ever pulled exactly the card you're looking for? And our second promo. Holy crap! Fireblood. Would you look at them apples? Little theme here. Unfortunately, I pulled very little in the way of red. Very few red rares other than Demanding Dragon. And this was, I'm not sure, that's right, this one was this deck, this one was this deck. And I'm not going to mix them up. That's going right into my Sarkhan's Unsealing deck, so I now have 4 foil Sarkhan's Unsealings. And I think this is my first foil Sarkhan Fireblood. So I have a foil Ajani now, a foil Sarkhan, a foil Vivian. I have a foil of every Planeswalker, including Bolas, from this set. That's fun. That's awesome. That makes me super happy. This right here pays for one of them. He's 30. It's a $30 foil right now. He's hugely popular. I guess he plays really well in a modern deck, from what I hear. And Sarkhan's Unsealing's $4 right now. This should be $20 in my humble opinion. It's highly playable. I think people really underestimate it. And I've had people, I know for a fact they had a counterspell in their hand, and they didn't counter it. I think people see it and go, it's just some gimmicky enchantment. And then next thing you know, I'm blasting you to the face for 4 with every creature I cast. And I get Goreclaw out, and I can cast my Traxoses for 2. I can cast my Vine Mirrors for 2 green, or cast the Rekindling Phoenix for 2 red. I can just total your day really fast with the deck I play. It gets out of control, really out of control. Okay, so let's separate colors here. Lava Axe is always fun. Spread charge. Pause it while I do the. Just one moment. I'm going to separate things. All right, here we go. So we are definitely heavy on black and red. That's for sure. I do not have enough creatures of any kind to trigger Sarkhan's Unsealing, so I know that's out. I don't have enough real control, with the exception of Essence Scatter in blue, to play any kind of control. I have some aggro. I've got a Naturalize, Rabbit Bite, 2 Rabbit Bites, Druid of the Cowl. I got some ramp, got Thorn Lieutenant. I've got 2 decent cards in white here, including a Cleansing Nova, Aegis of the Heavens. Hieromancer's Cage is good, quote-unquote removal. Thing is, I got a lot of tools here, and a lot of essentially life gain and removal in black. I'm definitely liking black right here. I've got Contract, which I'd take out. I don't have enough demons, or any demons, to make that work at all. I'd definitely take Contract out. In the arms of a Lich right there. Lich's Caress is great. It's another way to destroy a creature and gain life, and I think unlimited its killer. Duress, of course, I leave in there. Abnormal Endurance is great. What I probably do here, I probably play black, red, because I like all the removal I have in red as well. I'm probably going Rakdos here. I know it's a little strange, but I'm probably going Rakdos. I'm not going to splash anything else in this deck. And let's see how I build, and let me know what you think. I don't need the Sentinels. They're Defender anyway, and I'm playing aggro. I don't really want Defenders. I'm going to try and go really fast here. And I'm not playing Amulet of Safekeeping. I'm not interested in that. Skyscanner. I probably will play Skyscanner. He'd be a great flying creature to have late. Plus, I got a lot of ways to pump him in this deck. So I'd keep him in. Manoliths. I definitely want the Manoliths because I'm playing two colors. Anytime I'm playing two colors and I have Manoliths available, I play them. Arcane Encyclopedia. I think you have to play it. I'll probably play a one of on the Manolith. Let me see. And I'd probably play the Rupture Spire as well. Rupture Spire is great in limited. It's great to have that. None of these are the right color. So that's that. Let's see how we do this here. I'm keeping these three, but definitely don't want to play these four. Without a doubt. Lightning Mare's a must be. Lightning Mare's awesome. Lightning Strike has to be in there for my. These are all 2 mana costs. Let's do it by mana cost. Defensive Pyromancer is great. The card draw. Smelt. I definitely keep Smelt in there. Boggart Brute. Outstanding. He's a 3-drop for 3/2 with Menace. That's hard to beat in limited. I like Trumpet Blast for the bump. Havoc Devils is awesome. I think you have to keep Havoc Devils in, and Viashino Pyromancer with the amount of burn that I drew in here. I think it's great. Lava Axe. What am I doing? Separate these. Electrify, Lava Axe, another Trumpet Blast. Well, yeah, another Trumpet Blast. Another Lava Axe. Got a lot of burn here. And the great part is black, what I have here. I think you have to play Diregraph Ghoul. We need some 1-drop creatures here. We need at least one 1-drop creature. Blood Divination's good to be able to draw. But we need creatures to be able to sacrifice, and I don't think we have enough creatures to really be able to sacrifice stuff here. We need the creatures we have on the board. Of course, Murder is outstanding. I'm going to keep Murder in there. Nightmare's Thirst is great, the life gain. And then Negan a creature. It's an amazing removal spell, especially with all the life gain we have in this deck. Definitely getting rid of Lily's Contract. I don't have the demons to use that. Lich's Caress is great. It's another way to gain life, which will set off Nightmare's Thirst. It's a great card. In the Arms of a Lich Lord. Fly away from here. We have Duress. Got to keep that. I think there's no choice there. Numero Endurance is great. You can throw that on Pyromancer. You get the trigger. He's great. So, period. He's great. Viashino Pyromancer is great. We got a Sovereign Bite. We definitely want to keep the Sovereign Bites in there. Another way to gain life and lose life. I mean, it's removal. It might as well be a Lightning Bolt to the face, and you gain life. Because, I mean, I cast a Lightning Strike, 2 mana for 3 damage. This, I'm 2 mana to damage you for 3 life, and I gain 3. You can't beat that exchange. It's awesome. Epicure Blood, another great way to gain life. Another Sovereign's Bite, another great way to gain life. That'll trigger Nightmare Thirst. Child and Night, we're going to need that 2 mana cost creature. I think we absolutely have to have that 2 mana cost creature. Lich's Caress, I don't want to have. I'll put 2 for now, but I might pull them in a minute. Another Child of Night. Infernal Scarring is outstanding. Making a creature come back. I mean, you can't beat it. Mind Rot. Target player discards 2 cards. I think you have to have this Obstruction. Because we are playing a deck full of instants. We don't have a lot of blockers. So it's great to be able to take stuff out of their hands. Strangling Spores is great. Yet another removal spell. And we're playing removal. Infectious Horror is good, but 4 mana for a 2/2, and even if it makes them lose life, we've got other ways to damage our opponent. And Two-Headed Zombie, I think you have to play Two-Headed Zombie here. He is a big swinger for his mana cost. And having Menace, in my opinion, in Limited, Menace is huge. Especially when I can pump him with Infernal Scarring. Or pump him with Trumpet Blast. Got ways to bump that guy up pretty good. I think this is what we go with. So we got 32 cards here, so we definitely have to whittle it down. I'd probably take One Child a Night out. Oh, I'd probably leave her in, actually. I want the Sovereign's Bites. I want the Child's a Night. Or Normal Endurance I'd probably take out. Yeah, Normal Endurance I'd probably take out. Because I've got the Infernal Scarring in there. Dismissive Pyromancer. He's cool. I guess I keep him in. He's hard. It's hard to take him out. Smelt I leave in. It's too nice being able to destroy an artifact for 1 mana, especially in Limited. Mind Rot I leave in. It's just too good for obstruction. I'll probably take out 1 Trumpet Blast. I take out a Bogart Brute I leave in. Strangling Spores, I feel like I have to leave it in. I'll probably take out... No, I leave in Lava Axe. I like to have 2 Lava Axes. I'll take out 1 Lich's Caress. And I might take out Epicure of Blood as well. Let me see. Yeah, I'll take it out for now. It's pretty high end. By the time I get to high end, I want to be using those Lava Axes to finish you off. I want my little creatures to do the setup and then blast you with Lava Axe. And hopefully make my creatures big enough mid-game to be able to do it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 28 here. So we're close. Take out Arcane Encyclopedia. And I really want to leave Sovereign's Bite in there. What do I get rid of? Yeah, take out Trumpet Blast. Take out the other Trumpet Blast. We can move those back in if we think at some point we want them. And Strangling Spores we'll get rid of. And that'll give us 15 lands, which is plenty for this deck. We've also got the Rupture Spire and the Manalith, which give us enough ramp to be able to survive on 15 lands easily. So I think this deck would play really well. And play half swamps, half swamp, half mountain, because we got a pretty good division, and we've got a double red spell and a double black spell, so we'll definitely have to have an even division of the cards. So even division of land. I like it. I think it would play well. And you know, you never know until you see what you're playing against, of course. But I think this deck would do really well in Limited. So I hope everybody enjoyed this quick little video. I'm not going to do the deck tech on the other one. It'll just take too long. But I hope everybody enjoyed this. Hope everybody had a good time. And I know I did. Hope everybody has a great Sunday. I will be offline, away from contact all day tomorrow. And then part of the day Monday. So I'll probably see you guys again on Tuesday. I'll probably schedule something to post tomorrow. But yeah. Welcome everybody who's come from Rudy's channel. Great to have you. And everybody who's been around, and everybody have a great night. Talk to you later. Peace.